So recently when I was out and about, I saw a group of round about 13 gangs. They all flew in and landed in some hawthorns, unfortunately. But
They love hawthorn berries.
They do. This little group also included at least one begging juvenile that was making a racket. So I thought that we should talk a little bit about gangs because these are super special birds that we have in the Highlands. They're yet another of the over 50 endangered animals that I go on about and Lou goes on about that we have in the Highlands that we need to protect. I think most people know what gangs are, but someone pointed out a gang to me once, and it was actually a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. So we might do a little go at describing them.
Aren't they? Grey parrots.
They're grey.
That's a start.
Yep. And the male, the distinctive thing.
Oh. Has he got a beautiful head?
He has. He's got a magnificent red head and red crest. He's just
a tuft of feathers at the top of his head.
That's right. He's a beautiful looking guy with a grey body otherwise and this beautiful red tufty head. The female is more grey, and each of her feathers has got a little bit of yellow, pinky yellow edging that results in her looking like she's kind of stripy in a way.
Or speckledy a little bit. Yeah.
I feel like
she's discreet in her colouring.
Yes, she's wearing a stripy onesie. That's what I think.
Oh, right, okay. And how do you know they're there?
Sometimes you don't hear them. Oh, well, the sound. Them. Yes, but sometimes they're just eating. But we'll talk about. So the sound you want to tell us. Tell us about their call, which is very distinctive.
Their call?
Oh, their chatting sound.
I guess, yes, I would. Okay, I would know their call. Their call is, it's not really a call. They call it a creaky door call.
Yeah.
Sort of,
yeah.
Like that.
So I read another description that was the sound of a cork coming out of a wine bottle. Not the pop, but that getting them.
Yeah. But very often you won't hear that. What you will hear if you're standing still, especially under she oaks, you'll hear this sort of something's munching up there in the canopy. It's just munching. And then if you look up, you'll see maybe stuff coming down.
Yeah.
And they're just quietly working their way through those sheer nuts and getting the seeds out.
Yeah.
And they're very quiet when they're doing that. When they're feeding, they don't want everybody to know.
That's right. I was standing chatting to one of our friends who knows stuff next to her car under some trees in Penrose a year or so ago. We were just chatting away, not taking much notice of what was going on, and suddenly we realised there was this tink, tink, tink sound, and we were, what's happening? What's that about? And we looked, and there were gangs immediately above us just dropping nuts down onto her car. Yeah. So we'd been standing there oblivious to their existence, except that they were dropping nuts. So these guys are really important. Cockatoo, endangered, as I said. They're yet another bird that breeds in hollows. And I've learned recently that they're what they call altitudinal migrants. We're going to talk about migrants as well in another little segment. But they actually come up to the highlands to breed, apparently, and we will probably see fewer of them over the next few months as they move further down altitudinally. People are particularly worried about them since the fires. They were already considered to be vulnerable, but it's estimated that about a third of their habitat was destroyed by the 2019-2020 fires. So these guys, their habitat, their places to nest, the hollows, have all been affected very much by the fires, and we really need to retain whatever bushland we can that will host them. They'll eat hawthorn, they eat berries and nuts. They're relatively Catholic as to what they eat, but in particular, people would like to encourage us to plant eucalypts and wattles to encourage gangs. Keep your eye out for gangs. Report sightings of gangs if you can on Nature Mapper or iNaturalist, and just tell yourself how lucky are you to live in an area where we're seeing gangs.